Trump signs executive order ending use of taxpayer money to incentivize or support illegal immigration. A White House fact sheet said the executive order is to ensure taxes are used to protect the interests of American citizens and not illegal aliens. Of course, we all have said for years, you've got to demagnetize America, and it does look like that is what Donald Trump is looking to do. He signed the executive order late Wednesday night, ending the use of taxpayer money for federal resources supporting illegal immigration and illegal aliens. The Trump administration says the goal, again, is to ensure taxpayer resources are used to protect the interests of American citizens. Under the order, federal departments and agencies must identify and end all federally funded programs providing financial benefits to illegal aliens. It also aims to ensure federal funds are not being used to support sanctuary policies. Demagnetizing America. I mean, let's be honest. We spend billions and billions and billions of dollars on illegal aliens every single year. We talk about this all the time. The president writing, my administration will uphold the rule of law, defend against the waste of hard-earned taxpayer resources, and protect benefits of American citizens in need, including individuals with disabilities and veterans. I think part of what the president is doing is he's leaning into some of the polling. Because y'all know the polling has shown that the American people, by and large, they support mass deportation. And so part of what Trump is doing is he's leaning into that, and he's saying, okay, let's walk down the streets of any Democrat-run neighborhood and start asking folks who are American citizens, do you support millions of dollars going to illegal aliens? And I guarantee you they would say no. President Trump, they say, is committed to safeguarding federal public benefits for American citizens who are truly in need, including individuals with disabilities and veterans. It again goes on to say the surge in illegal immigration over the past 4 years has, of course, come at a high price, costing American taxpayers an estimated $451 billion to care for illegal aliens and gotaways in the U.S. unlawfully since January of 2021, according to the U.S. House Homeland Security Committee. I mean, it goes on, but you obviously get the point of the story. He's trying to put a stop to people coming across the border. He's also putting a stop to this parole program that Joe Biden used to fly illegal aliens directly into our country. And not telling the states when they're coming or where exactly they're going to be flown into. It is the craziest thing under Joe Biden. And so now Donald Trump is doing everything that he can to stop it. And the American people are responding. And that's the whole point. And that's why when the Democrats, and we're talking about this in the 5 o'clock hour, that's why when the Democrats, they're flummoxed because they can't understand. How is it the American people have such a low opinion of the Democrat Party, according to the Quinnipiac poll? How can they have such a low opinion of us and such a high opinion of Donald Trump? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because Donald Trump is putting them first. Maybe because Donald Trump is putting the American people first. And that's why the president is so popular right now. And so when Trump saw, well, okay, people are supporting mass deportation. People are supporting the fact that our wall is now, our border is now secure. People will probably also support money, taxpayer dollars being used to benefit American citizens and not illegal aliens. And I'm telling you, that's why Donald Trump is doing so well. Now, Trump was on with Sean Hannity last night. We covered this in the 5 o'clock hour as well. A lot of people come in on the 6th. So I do need to retrace a little bit because a lot of folks, big part of the news cycle yesterday was, okay, so what about this DOGE dividend? Will we in America be getting a DOGE dividend? It was our big poll of the day yesterday, where the question was, would you rather see America pay off the national debt, or do we each get $5,000. And a lot of people, a lot of y'all said that you want to see the national debt paid off. Donald Trump has a different idea.
Even under consideration, a new concept where we give 20% of the DOGE savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt, because the numbers are incredible, Elon. So many billions of dollars, billions, hundreds of billions, and we're thinking about giving 20% back to the American citizens and 20% down to pay back debt and pay down debt.
So a lot of people asking, okay, so 20% comes back to us, 20% goes to pay down the debt. Okay, which by the way is 37 trillion. So where does that other 60% go? I don't know. But I'm going to tell you this. If we stop paying money for all of these illegal aliens, I mean, that is going to be billions of dollars in savings. And Elon Musk has called for the deletion of entire agencies. And that's a good thing. There's big news about what Trump wants to do with the IRS that I'm going to cover at 6:35. But yeah, this is what Elon Musk told the crowd the other day.
We do need to delete entire agencies as opposed to leave part of them behind. Because if you leave part of them behind, it's easy. It's kind of like if leaving a weed. If you don't remove the roots of the weed, then it's easy for the weed to grow back. But if you remove the roots of the weed, it doesn't stop weeds from ever growing back, but it makes it harder. So we have to really delete entire agencies, many of them.
That's the whole point of Trump's presidency right now. Find the waste, find the fraud, find the abuse, and clean it up. Again, $37 trillion in debt. The service on that debt is obviously massive, and you simply can't continue to live this way. I mean, it's just that simple.
This is a very important point. If we don't solve the deficit, there won't be money for medical care. There won't be money for Social Security. We either solve the deficit, or all we'll be doing is paying debt. It's got to be solved, or there's no medical care, there's no Social Security, there's no nothing. It's got to be solved. It's not optional. America will go bankrupt if this is not done. That's why I'm here.
I mean, that's the crazy thing. That's Elon and Trump on with Sean Hannity. They had part 2 of the interview last night. But that's the crazy thing, and that's part of what I've been saying, is you have all of these people that are screaming, oh, they're going to destroy America, but, they're going to take away Social Security and all of that nonsense. And Trump has specifically said he's not going to touch Social Security. But if we don't do something, then all of those programs that we all hold dear and we all contribute to will end up going away. Because we can't keep going in the direction that we're going. And for some people, for people on the left, they choose not to understand what's going on or where America is right now as far as our economic stability. So you have all these folks screaming about how Trump and Elon are trying to destroy America. The reality is they're trying to save America. And so Hannity asked Elon, what about all of this rage that we're seeing from the Democrats? It is rather ridiculous, right?
Well, I think we're seeing an antibody reaction from those who are receiving the wasteful and fraudulent money.
They're being exposed.
Yes. I'll tell you a lesson I learned at PayPal. You know who complained the loudest, the quickest and the loudest and with the most amount of righteous indignation? The fraudsters. That's who complained first, loudest, and they would generally have this immense overreaction. That's how we knew they were the fraudsters. Mm-hmm. That's how we knew. That's to tell.
All right, so who's screaming the loudest? You got your Jasmine Crockett's, you got your Maxine Waters, you got Chuck Schumer, and basically Democrats at large. They are the ones that are screaming. And that's what we've been saying since day one is, okay, so let's look at who looks really sus, who looks suspicious. It's the loudest. They're protesting too much, which tells you all you need to know. Now, one of the questions was asked, what happens when you make mistakes, which you inevitably will? The left is going to pounce, right? Does that discredit what DOGE is doing?
What's better than saying trust me? It's just full transparency. So what we're doing with with the Doge, just go to doge.gov. You can see every single action that's been taken. And now, and I want to be clear, we are going to make some mistakes. We're not going to be perfect. Nobody bats 1,000, but we're going to fix the mistakes very quickly. That's what matters. Not that you don't make mistakes, but that you fix the mistakes very fast.
There you go. I love what Elon Musk had to say. Remember what we spoke about yesterday, Sean Hannity talking about how he wanted to do this interview and he wanted the American people, and actually Donald Trump talked about this, how Trump wanted Elon to do the interview so that people could understand who Elon Musk is, and he's not nearly the monster that the left and the left-wing media is trying to portray him as.